In this video, we're going to learn how to create a box plot or a box and whisker plot. And so there's 4 steps we want to take a look at to do this. The first step is just arrange it in numerical order. It's going to make our life easier trying to figure out what some median values are going to be. So do that first, arrange the set in numerical order. The second thing is we're going to find the median of that set. So that's the middle number if you have it in order. This will be called Q2. So it kind of splits up what are going to be what they call quartiles or parts of this box and whisker. The third step is we're going to find the median of the upper and the lower parts of this. So we're going to split this into 2 groups based on the median, and we're going to find the median of those 2 groups as well. Those are going to be called Q1 and Q3. So quartile 1, quartile 3, that's where the breaks on these quarters will be. And that'll make sense when I draw this on the picture. Fourth thing is we're actually going to create our box and whisker. So we're going to create 2 boxes with Q1, Q2, and Q3. The median is the main one in the middle. Q1 and Q3 are the ends of the box. And then we're going to do 2 whiskers off the ends of these boxes using the extreme value, so the maximum or the minimum value. So we're going to start by making a box with Q1, the median, and which is Q2 and Q3, and then we're going to take the lowest, the min, the highest, the max, and we'll put those on the ends of essentially what looks like whiskers. That's why it looks like a box and whisker plot. And a box and whisker plots, it's especially useful for indicating whether your data set is skewed or you have an interesting distribution going on there. Maybe there's some unusual observations, some outliers in the data set. And they're also really good with using large numbers and observations that are involved with more than one data set. So they're really good at seeing, kind of splitting them up into chunks and seeing where the main part of your data set would be. All right, so let's take a look at an example for how we're actually going to build a box and whisker plot. So let's say this is my data set right here. I've got a set of numbers. First thing I always want to do is put this in numerical order. I'm going to be finding some medians, some middle numbers, and so having an order is going to really help. 1, make sure I have all my data there, and 2, hopefully easily find that middle number. So I've got my set in order, so that's all good. The second thing I want to do is take that set and find the middle number. So I just figure out how many terms are in that set, and then I find the number that's in the middle. And this one, 10, is the median. 10 would be right in the middle for this set. So I have an equal number above, an equal number below in terms of item. All right, so that median will be Q2. So the third thing I want to do is take that set with that median, and I've basically split it with that median with an upper and a lower half, if you will. So now I want to find the half of the upper half and the half of the lower half. So I'm going to split it into quarters, essentially. So we're going to find the lower median and the upper median for those upper and lower. So 7 is my middle number in the bottom half there. I just threw a triangle around it for Q1. So that's kind of my sub-median, if you will. And then I find the middle number in the upper set. That would be 14 in this one. That's Q3. And of course, the median is my Q2. So then I just double check my minimum and my maximum. So 1's the lowest number and 16's the max. So I'm just going to draw a number line here on the bottom, and we'll show you where to label all of this information. So we'll start by taking our Q1, median, and Q3, and we're going to build a box, or 2 boxes, using those numbers. So I take my median, Q1, Q3, and essentially make 2 rectangles or 2 boxes, showing that those are the main part, or the main inner quarter, inner half of that data set, if you will. So I drew a line at Q1 and Q3, and then I have that median at Q2. That's the actual median of that data set. And then from there, I just take my minimum and my maximum, the lower and the upper. So 1 is my min, so I went ahead and threw a line at 1. 16 is my max, so I threw a line at 16, and that's where my whiskers go. So this is good at showing me where the majority of my data set is. Maybe if I have really extreme outliers, if those whiskers are really long or really short, maybe the further that whisker out is from the boxes, the more of an outlier it is. So there's a lot of information that we can glean from this. Now, a couple of little extra things on my graph. This right here is Q1. I'm just going to label it. This is Q2. And then this is Q3. And then, of course, we have our whiskers on the end. We have our lowest and our highest, our max and our min. That's where those whiskers end up stopping.